And we welcome you into another episode of the Pinstriped Prospects Podcast, on to episode number 68, named, of course, for Dellin Betances, who, fun fact, chose his jersey number of 68 based off of his height, 6 feet, 8 inches. As we size up for you in audio format for this podcast, you can listen, of course, on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and TuneIn. You can also watch this podcast in high definition by going on our Facebook and YouTube pages as well. None of this is possible, of course, without our good friends over at Velocity Wings. However way you've chosen to digest our podcast here today, thank you so very much for making us a part of your weekly programming. Here in New York, I'm Alex Zeller, and these past couple weeks here at the New York Yankees really haven't been much to write home about. It's been some struggles here and there, but there's some hope, and I know I've been saying this the last couple weeks, hope on the horizon, and that comes with a big trade the Yankees made over the last couple days that would help shore up the outfield in the Bronx. And the Yankees went to work with the San Francisco Giants in exchange for a couple prospects, got cash considerations, and outfielder Andrew McCutchen. A freshly shaven McCutchen is a 31-year-old former National League MVP from back in his Pittsburgh Pirates days. This season, McCutchen is batting .255 with 15 home runs, 55 RBIs, and 13 stolen bases in 130 games this season. The move helps the Yankees immediately in their outfield depth with Aaron Judge out with a right wrist injury. Expect Giancarlo Stanton to get some rest days as well. The Yankees were likely backed into this deal considering the injury to Judge, but also Clint Frazier, who is recovering from a concussion, his second of the season. And Jacoby Ellsbury, dealing with a hip surgery, left the Yankees short at the outfielding position. Even with Shane Robinson filling in the need, it still existed. The deal keeps the Yankees under luxury tax, which has been their goal all along, with McCutchen becoming a free agent at the end of the year. The Yankees traded away their 23rd best prospect in the system in infielder Abital Avellino and right-handed pitcher Juan DePala. Avellino started the season in AAA, where he was used mostly off the bench for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. The Yankees organization decided it'd be best for Avellino to play every day at shortstop, and so sent him down a level to the AA Trenton Thunder. Avellino this season with the Thunder was named an Eastern League All-Star. So far in 2018, Avellino was hitting .288 with 15 home runs and 67 RBIs. Right-handed pitcher Juan DePala was assigned to the Single-A short season Staten Island Yankees, where in 2018 he pitched with a 1.71 ERA. In my estimation, this was a great move by Brian Cashman and the New York Yankees to shore up an outfield that frankly needed some help, especially with injuries to Judge. Of course, we knew a lot about Jacoby Ellsbury suffering and eventually dealing with a hip surgery, and even to guys in the minors like Clint Frazier as well, and giving Giancarlo Stanton some very much needed off days. McCutchen, I believe, will be a great addition to the New York Yankees outfield. For the remainder of the show, we're going to stick around in the Single-A short season affiliate, the Staten Island Yankees, where our very own Ricky Keeler was hard at work getting a lot of end-of-year interviews. We'll do 3 of them today, which means you're going to have to tune in next week for the remainder from the affiliate, including Staten Island Yankees manager Lino Diaz. But first, let's talk about first baseman Chris Gittens. Gittens was drafted in 2014 by the New York Yankees in the 12th round. This year, Gittens played for both the Staten Island Yankees in Single-A short season and the Trenton Thunder in Double-A as well. Gittens sizes up to 6'4" and 250 pounds. The right-handed big bat in 2018 was hitting .201 with 6 home runs and 27 RBIs. Our very own Ricky Keeler got to sit down with the first baseman to discuss his season this year. Ricky, take it away.
Start off with, how has your rehab assignment, in your opinion, gone so far?
Going great, loving it. Just being able to play again from tearing my quad on Father's Day and really not knowing that I tore it. Then 2 weeks later, I could do everything, hit, field, but just couldn't run. Then now coming here, this is my first time ever being here, so love the field, love the atmosphere, and just being able to play is great.
What's unique to you about playing in this ballpark for the first time?
I say like the skyline, New York City behind, and just the atmosphere. It's really like Trenton. The fans love the game, and they get on to you if you're not doing well. They cheer for you if you're doing good. So same atmosphere.
What was the toughest part about the rehab process from when you tore your quad into playing in these games recently?
Really just getting strength back in my quad before even playing is the tedious of working out, seeing how my running form is, trusting my leg. Then on the baseball side of it is seeing fastballs. I haven't seen a live pitch in 2 months since last Monday. So that's about it.
Do you know the rest of the plan going forward?
I don't know how long. Well, they're done on the 3rd, so hopefully when they're done, I get to go meet with my team in Trenton for playoffs.
Mm-hmm. How exciting is that to hopefully be going back into a postseason race right when you get back?
Great. We have a little chip on our shoulders just because we lost to Dunedin last year in the co-champs championship game. So I'm glad we're getting to play them again this year, New Hampshire. So it's going to be fun.
Before your injury, how would you have evaluated your season up to that point?
All right. Hitting wise, I felt like I did too much at the beginning of the season. Then before, like a little bit right before I started my quad tour, it felt like my hitting was getting back and everything. Then it tore. So I'll say all in all, we did all right.
How do you feel you've grown as a hitter since you were drafted by the Yankees?
Learning, watching pitchers. I say at the beginning I would swing out of my shoes no matter what, just all or nothing, just kept swinging. Now it's a lot easier to, see what the pitcher's doing, lay off this pitch, swing at this pitch, and just knowing the situation.
Has there been one particular piece of advice from a coach that has stuck out to you?
Don't do too much. Mm-hmm. Don't too much. Whatever they give you, go that way. If they're going outside, hit it that way. Don't try to do too much with the ball.
In your short time here, are there any particular players that have stood out to you?
Kyle, I know. Kanan Smith, he has raw talent, I feel like. And Torrealba, I played with him during spring training this year, and his hands is unbelievable.
You played in a junior college before you were drafted. Can you tell me something unique about playing home games there?
Junior college playing, we didn't have lights, so we would play in the daytime, morning games, two games a day. So that's unique, and I feel like I have teammates here in the off season. Like we go our separate ways, but during my 2 years of JUCO, them are my brothers. Like we still keep in touch. October we have our alumni game, so we all look forward to going back to that.
How quick is that adjustment period from going to playing games in all daylight to playing in a lot of night games?
Really wasn't too bad from just because I was in the GCL, like going from Grayson to the GCL. I know a lot of kids went from universities where they played at night games, but I never had that opportunity, so it was really easy.
All right, thanks, Ricky. Ricky Keeler, who works the beat for us here at PinstripeProspects.com for the single-A short season Staten Island Yankees, also got a chance to speak with right-handed pitching prospect Austin Gardner. Gardner was drafted by the Yankees back in 2017. This season, Gardner spent time in the Rookie League with the Pulaski Yankees and even played one game of the single-A short season Staten Island Yankees. In 2 years, the righty has a 1.79 ERA, where he is also 2-1 coming out of the bullpen. Gardner is on the record with 4 saves. Let's see how Gardner feels as the minor league season is coming to an end. Ricky, take it away.
You made your Staten Island debut on Thursday. What did you take away from that game, and what was the atmosphere of pitching at a different level like for you?
I'm good. Have a good night. Takeaway for that one is just happy to be here and happy to help this team win. And it's always fun to pitch at the next level, just as far as the ability to throw in front of a different crowd, and it was fun. I had a good time last night.
Take me back to your draft experience, taken the 9th round in 2017. Where were you when you got drafted, and what was that moment like for you?
I was at my college in the locker room actually with my coaches, and saw my name pop up on the screen, and just kind of all started clapping and having a good time, and it was a day I'll never forget. Just a dream come true for me, honestly.
Who are some of your favorite pitchers to watch growing up as you developed as a pitcher?
Let's see, good question. I'm a big fan of Nolan Ryan. I wasn't necessarily alive when he was pitching, a little bit towards the end of his career, but he's a guy that I really enjoy watching videos on and stuff like that. Greg Maddux is another one that I really enjoy, the way he goes about his business and the way he pitches his game. and I like to, take pointers where I can and watch, YouTube videos on him and whatnot. So anything like that is really people that inspire me.
Were the Yankees your favorite team growing up?
Actually, no, but they are now. I grew up a Texas Rangers fan.
Okay.
I'm being from Dallas, Texas, so yeah.
How would you describe your pitch arsenal?
I think I'm a pitch to contact guy. Like to think that I throw 4 pitches for a strike. Like to mix it up and change speeds, keep guys off balance, and try and get weak contact.
How would you evaluate your season as a whole with a couple days left?
I say all in all, I've had a pretty good year. I'm happy with it. There's always room for improvement. But with a couple days left, just looking to try and help the team win a couple games.
What was the one thing that you worked on the most while you were in Pulaski?
For me, probably it was a breaking ball. Got a lot of help there in Pulaski and figured some things out, and really think I took some steps forward and got better as a pitcher. So,
is there a comfort level coming up with guys like Daniel and Ron who are already here as you quickly get into a new level in professional baseball?
Absolutely. I was talking about that with a couple of people on the way up. Like, I know a bunch of these guys in the locker room, and it's easy when I know them and I've shared a round of golf with them or something like that. And Ron was my roommate in Pulaski, so it was easy to come up and fit right in, I feel like.
You played your college ball at Texas Arlington. Can you tell me something unique about playing home games for UT Arlington?
I think that the unique thing about UT Arlington is that there was a definite fan base that comes to these games. A lot of parents get to come to the games, and it's more of I feel like pitching in front of a family atmosphere, which is nice. A lot of support from the fans too when you're at home, and we got good crowds midweek games too against the big teams, TCU, A&M, and so it was really fun to pitch in front of those fans.
How did pitching against the TCUs, the A&Ms of the world, help prepare you for professional baseball?
Last question, right?
Sure.
I think that just like any other school at the Division I level, everybody can hit, and I think that it was a good experience for me, being able to mix up my pitches and get ready for pro ball the best I could.
All right, thanks, Ricky, for all your hard work this weekend. I'm very much looking forward to the interviews you're going to have for us on next week's podcast as well. But before we get going, Pinstriped Prospects needs your help. In an effort to keep the site running without a paywall, we are currently seeking donations. You can, of course, find out more information about what we do and what our plans are by going on to pinstripeprospects.com. But do know that if you do intend to donate, every little bit does help. And that will do it for this week's episode of the Pinstriped Prospects Podcast, episode number 68, of course, presented by Velocity Wings. For Ricky Keeler, I'm Alex Zeller, thanking you once again for digesting this podcast in your favorite format, for making us a part of your weekly programming. Be sure to check out pinstripeprospects.com throughout the week for still more news and updates and all sorts of stuff as we continue to provide unparalleled coverage of the New York Yankees minor league system. But I'll see you guys on Saturday with another edition of the Pinstripe Prospects Farm Report. So until then, much love from all of us here at Pinstripe Prospects, and enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks for watching.